this moment to remember that we are people who are families first. We are people who live in divisions, in crisis in these days, and we look for strength and we look for new hope.
We're here this morning because quite simply during campaigns, promises are made, commitments are made, goals are established. We want to make sure that when President-elect Barack Obama on the 20th of January assumes the presidency of the United States, the promises that were made to keeping our families together and to reforming our immigration system so that unification of families is something that is sacrosanct. That keeping our families together is something that is always in the minds of the next administration. That comprehensive immigration reform isn't somehow set aside.
I am a mother, a wife, components of a core of a family. But in my story, this core, this center, has been destroyed by the broken immigration system of this country. My country.
We also see a community of people in which every day federal agents surround families' homes and rip those families apart.
We were never shown a warrant. I was given his belt, wallet, keys, and just a phone number. I was asked if Adam was on medication, and in turn, I asked them to wait and offer the medications, which he did not get for 4 weeks after he was taken away.
Every day, there is a mother who no longer sees her children, a father who no longer sees his wife, grandparents who are ripped apart from their grandchildren, family members, your friends, your neighbors. We have stories every day of children arriving at home and their classmates simply disappearing. This is not a question of exaggeration, it is a reality of our community.
And in name of the national security, they took away my husband. They sent him far away, punished. Far from me, his wife, his friend, his companion.
5 weeks my husband was kept in detention. The first 4 days, I couldn't find him. The next 2 weeks, we waited for the sergeant in charge to file the papers for his visa home. Another 2 weeks passed before the approval was granted, and another week before the flight. When my husband arrived on July 24th in Guatemala, he went directly to a hospital. He was treated for viral infections, fungal infections, and anxiety.
There are husbands who want to stay with their undocumented illegal wife. There are millions of wives who want that husband to be able to raise their children, although he is undocumented, as they call them, illegally here in the United States of America.
What is going on through now is a crisis, the separation of families. It is time that we say enough is enough and we stand up for it. The best defenses that our families have is us, the youth. It is time that we stand up and we defend our parents.
We propose that we stop the destruction of the very fabric of our community, which is our family, by calling for a halt to these deportations.
Today, I live in a whirlwind, exhausted, overworked, stressed, and ill.
More than 4 years has been passed. Years filled with sadness, loneliness, anxiety, stress, and fear.
Somehow, people believe and have come to this understanding because of the demonization. The demonization of the immigrant community. That somehow they're separated and apart. That somehow they're isolated from the rest of us in our great American society. Well, today we will hear that they're not. She said we marched, and then we voted, and she got the president that she wanted. And then now it is time to go to that president with these stories so that he can keep his promises.